So you know how like every match bar video I say, welcome back to the match bars video? Well, because this is Sail the Seas, matey, I'm gonna say something that's like, you know, it fits more for it. So we're gonna begin at, I'm losing time, 20 seconds. You ready? Aye, mateys, welcome aboard my ship. This is the next video, the current video. And we're gonna be looking at the update. The biggest update there is. I'm talking huge. It's huge. Everybody in the back, sit down, sit down. We get it. You can't see. But then maybe you shouldn't have chose those seats. Buy better ones next time. But anyway, this is a big update video because I'm going to be telling you, I finished the rules, or at least 90 out of the 100%. And I also made 2 new cards that are colored and everything. And I definitely want to show those. And I also have some sketches right behind me. You see Captain Fuse and that guy. So we have them. I also have these arts right here. Not really sure if you saw them or not. I was moving faster than light. Only 1% of the human population could actually see it. Clickbait this video. So let's start on the rules. I'm gonna start with like a little bit of the rules. The biggest part. I'm not gonna explain the whole entire rules. That's gonna be another video. That's gonna be the how to play video. You silly. But I'm gonna tell you like some key parts of the rules, and then we'll move on to like the newer cards. Because I actually made this video like before, but it was like 20 minutes long. And it's like a little too much for me. So, let's get started on the first half. So before, the rules were actually much more different than they actually are now. So, every deck has 21 cards. The 21st card, or the first card, whatever, is your ship. And now, this is actually the Pirate Knight deck. The Pirate Knight deck, or the strategy, is all about cannons. And cannons are still in the game. They're different, though, but they're still in. So this is what the new ship cards look like. This is a prototype. But it has the name of the ship. So the castle, the Pirate Knight archetype ship is called the Castle Galleon. No, not 1%, 2%, fat-free milk, gallons. This is the Castle Galleon. This is a big ship with cannon, friend. And it has... I'm changing the stats to the 10s. Like, there's supposed to be like 1 more 0 added to every number. So, it's got 400 health. So, every ship, well, so far, has 400 health. So, that's kind of like, like your base health. And it gives you, the first number there is 2 gold. So, it gives you 2 gold. It gives you 2 gold each turn. And the second number, I think I'm going to change it to 1. And it gives you 1 aura each turn. Now, there's actually 2 currencies in the game. There's gold, which is used for creatures. That's how you summon creatures. And aura, which is used for relics, which are pretty much like spell cards. And there's equips, like basic ones, and there's immortal ones, which basically you can use in the whole entire game. But you have to like keep on paying the aura amount. They're pretty much like player abilities from match powers, but yeah. That's what aura is used for, and gold is used for creatures. So, that is that. The next big part, huge, this is much more different, and this is my knowledge, I have not seen any other TCG, homemade TCG, official TCG, online TCG, with this mechanic. Drum roll, please. Amazing drum roll. This is, where, well, first, your deck is called the Treasury. So, outside the game, when you're talking to your guy, oh, hey, what's up? Oh, nothing much. How you doing? It's a pretty nice deck you got there. Oh, thanks. You want to come over for tea sometime? Oh, I would fancy that. All right, cool. What time? Now, let's go, like, next Tuesday at 5 o'clock. I gotta bring my son to soccer practice. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I gotta bring my son to soccer practice, too. Oh, no way. What's his name? Jeremy. Oh, that's the kid my son's got beef with. Oh. How much money you putting on who's gonna win the fight? I don't know. I think I'm gonna give him my brass knuckles I have at home. Whoa. What? There's no weapons. It's just pure hands. What do you mean pure hands? What? You said they were gonna fight. Well, no. Like not like fight like that. Like they were gonna like fight and sail the seas. Oh, what is that? It's a card game. Can I see it? Sure. Most prototype blank cards. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you want to learn it? Yeah, sure. All right, cool. All right, next Tuesday after 5 o'clock. Sure. I gotta bring my son to soccer practice. Oh, I gotta bring my son to soccer practice too. Oh, really? What's your son's name? Jeremy. No, kidding. Whole entire thing just repeats. Alright, let's actually get to the video here. Holy crap, that was like a minute down the drain. Actually, it was a minute up in the skies. That was totally worth it, right, guys? Comment below. Subscribe for more. Like and subscribe. Share. We have the deck right here. Now, your deck in the game is called the Treasury. And your entire treasury is in your hand. Holy crap. The two molecules in my brain just blew up, and yes, I know. I have not seen that in any other TCG, but your whole entire deck in your treasury, or your treasury is in your hand. Now, there's only 20 cards. It might seem a lot, but trust me, it's really not that much. It's not like having that 100 commander card deck from Magic the Gathering in your hand, because you're going to need a couple tool bags to hold that thing. But it's only 20 cards. But there's actually a reason for this, because when you have to draw cards, your like strategy of your deck is like broken up, because you're not going to have every card to like use it unless you're like really lucky. But if you have all your cards, if you have access to all your cards throughout the whole entire game, then the only thing stopping you from using your deck's strategy is, you just have to have enough gold and aura to get it. So I feel like it's pretty cool. And it's a pretty unique thing, I think, about Sail the Seas. I haven't seen any other TCG. I definitely haven't seen it in any of Jeremy's soccer practices either. But besides that, that's one big thing. Now, the next big thing is the Harpoon mechanic. That was also like one of the hardest things to do. I'm going to show these cannon cards for now. But, yeah. So the Harpoon mechanic, before, you had to, like, spend gold to shoot a harpoon at your opponent's ship. And the Harpoon is the only way that your creatures can attack their creatures. So it was like, But now, the Harpoon's free. And it only lasts for, like, one turn. So, But then it's like, oh, well, that's kind of useless, though. Because then you can just Harpoon every single turn. Like, that's kind of useless. Well, here's the thing. You can only Harpoon if you didn't play any creature cards that turn. There's actually a reason for this, because that means if you played a creature card this turn, you cannot Harpoon, meaning that you and your opponent's creatures cannot contact and combat this turn. So, if you want to attack your opponent with your creatures, you have to be prepared. Which, that forces you and your opponent to both have time to set up your boards and stuff. Unless you're going in head first, soccer practice with Jeremy. So, it worked pretty well when I was testing it. It might seem weird when I was explaining it, but it actually works pretty well. There is going to be card effects, or maybe a keyword effect. Did I say this before? I'm trying to put keyword effects in the game. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, cool. But I might add a keyword effect. Oh, what did I call it? I called it something. I forgot, though, what it was called. But basically, what was it called? I don't know. I forgot what it was called. But basically, if you play the creature, you can still Harpoon. So it's like, fast creatures. But normal creatures without that effect, you play them, you can't Harpoon. And you're going to have to wait next turn. So you might as well just set up that turn. So, yeah. And then there's guarding. I'm not really going to get too much into that because I want to get to, like, the card arts and stuff. But there's guarding. Basically, you have, like, creatures that you're willing to sacrifice to protect your bigger creatures, which is actually really useful because almost every single deck involves a creature that just is absolutely perfect for it. So, you're definitely going to need some successful guards. But, the cannon card. Now, every deck actually has a cannon card. And here's the thing. So this is what I wanted to do before. I should probably explain this first. So the only way to win is by sinking your opponent's ship. And you could do that by hitting it with creatures. If they don't have any creatures on their ship, then your creatures can directly attack their ship. Or you can directly attack it with cannons. Now, cannons are free to shoot, but they have a 1-turn cooldown. So, like, they shoot, it's your next turn, you can't shoot it because you shot it last turn. It's on its cooldown. So you gotta wait for your opponent to go. Holy crap, Jeremy, just score the goal. Then, next turn, you can actually shoot it again because, you already waited for the cooldown, and then it goes on its cooldown again. So you can't just, like, bomb your opponent continuously. They have some time to recover. Now, here's the thing. Oh, sorry, there's 4 levels of cannons. I don't have the level 4 made, but there's 4. Basically, each level just gets 2 more damage every shot. That's pretty much it. Don't worry about this. That was before. It's free to shoot now. But, Now here's the thing. Before, this is how I wanted it. I want it so you can choose to have a creature deck, or a cannon deck, or a hybrid, which is like both. Or if you're completely out of your mind, you can have something else. But yeah. So how does cannon deck? How do you does cannon deck? How do you have that? Well, here's the thing. The only way to upgrade your cannon, which let me tell you, getting the cannon to, I mean, even a level 3, which does 7 damage, or level 4, which does 9 damage, is really powerful. It's actually really overpowered because every ship only has, well, 400 health. I'm changing the stats to 10s, please. So technically it actually does 90 damage, and if every ship only has 400 health, and there's no natural way of healing your ship, then they're just going to keep on hitting you with big digits. So a max level cannon's going to shred you. And that's really powerful. But here's the thing. You can't naturally upgrade your cannon. There's no way. So to upgrade your cannon, you need supply. And you need 5 supply to upgrade your cannon to the next level. And that's just like in general. You need 5 supply to get to level 2, 5 supply for level 3, 5 supply for level 4. So, but here's the thing. You can't get supply naturally. The only way you can get supply is by card effects. And that's what makes a cannon deck, because if you want to have a cannon deck where you're going to focus on your cannon and win by shooting them and killing them with your cannon, then you're going to want to have a lot of cards that give you supply. And a huge card is actually this big man, beautiful man right here. And no, it's not Jack Sparrow, and no, it is not Doodles Ninja, although he is pretty beautiful as well. This is Captain Fuse, friends. So, +1 supply each turn as long as this is alive. This card is nasty. He sucks in stats, though. He only has 10 attack, 40 defense, and 40 guard. 40 guard's actually pretty good, but 40 defense sucks because it's harder to guard him from like really strong attacks. So you want to keep him alive, though. So you're definitely going to want to have a lot of strong guards. Can't really find a normal one. And there's this one card called the Shieldfish. Holy crap, where are you at? Shieldfish. It's a 1 gold creature, and it's got 50 guard, +1 guard if guarding a creature with an equip. So if you give him an equip that improves his defense, and you use a Shieldfish to guard him, that is like easy blocking. Which means he stays alive, which means you get more supply. And there is also other cards, like Buccaneer. He gives you 2 supply, and he's a pretty good card. So, and then there actually is another one. I think I passed it, though. It's called the Messenger Parrot. It gives you, like, 1 supply. So, there's actually 2 Captain Fuses and 2 Buccaneers in this deck. But, yeah. So, that's what makes a cannon deck, is if, you know, you have, like, a lot of cards that give you supply. There's also relics that give you supply, too. There's actually a relic. I think it's called the Geared Compass. It gives you, like, 1 supply each turn, and it's immortal, which means that it basically can be played the whole entire game. But you have to pay the aura for it. And it's, like, kind of expensive, so. But it's a really good card. So that's what makes a cannon deck. And what makes a creature deck is if you have a lot of, like, strong creatures and stuff. Because it actually costs more gold to place creatures that give you supply than it is to play, like, normal creatures. Because they're giving you supply, which is really good. But, yeah. So that's pretty much the rule part. I'm definitely going to be getting into the cards now. And it takes me a while to explain this, I'm sorry. But I know some of you guys kind of find it interesting. But yeah, so there's like guarding and everything. Your whole entire treasury is in your hands, so you have complete access to all your cards in your deck. And the only way to upgrade your cannon is through supply, which you can only get through card effects, which means you got to choose creature or cannon deck, or if you're completely out of your mind, hybrid. But it is pretty good. I'm not saying it's like bad at all. But anyway, let's get to the new cards. So I already showed this card before. I actually made a speed art on it. If you have not seen it already, Patrick Starr hiding under that rock. Giant Whisker Eel. Very cool looking card. Pretty powerful as well. Now, this isn't the main card, obviously. So this next card I'm going to show you is this man right here. This beautiful man right here. Big man. His name is Sir L.R. Lennik. I'm also making these stats digital. That's why he's like half prototype. So, this card is actually one of my favorite cards. I only have 3 cards made right now, but he's my favorite card out of the 3, and I feel like he's going to be my favorite card till, like, the end, because I really like this character, and I really like the card. I also really like the art. I actually have a sketch of him right there. I kind of like the sketch a little bit better, but I'm kind of starting to like this one a little bit more. But yeah, and there's a few reasons why I really like this card. One, I don't know, I just like the character, he's really cool. Also like his name, Lennik. It's a good name. But, he's part of the Shadow Sea archetype, which is in set 1. Holy crap, someone get the sun out of here. But, yeah. So he's got 70 attack, 70 defense, and 20 guard. Now, the guard is not even supposed to be there. Don't worry about the guard on him, because he's not the one who's going to be guarding. You're going to be one guarding him, because this card is really nasty. Also, the highest base stat is 150, so he's actually pretty powerful. He's like halfway there. So he's not bad, but, I mean, he's good, but he's not good. I was going to say he's not bad. No, what did I say? I think I was going to say he's bad, but he's not good. That just means he's bad twice. But anyway, so he's actually a pretty powerful card. Also has this Hex Flame Sword. But his ability is heal 20 health to your ship and plus 10 defense for each card this kills. Right there. That is a insane game-breaking ability. He's already on the ban list and the game hasn't even been released. No, I'm kidding. But he is a really powerful card because if you put like some equipments on him and get some strong guards to protect him so he stays alive and he just keeps on like killing things and stuff, then he can get really powerful and he's going to heal your ship. And there's no natural way to heal your ship, so you need cards that give effects to heal. And Lennik is a continuously healing card. That's what makes him so good. So he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Definitely a scary of the bunch. And whew, he's a patient to be dealt with in the doctor's office. So he's, he's there. Now this next card. Whew, big man. I'm talking big worm. We're going fishing tonight, boys. Because this is a big man. Big worm, sorry. This is Arklor the Devourer. Giant sea worm. And to be honest, he actually has probably one of the best arts I've ever done. I think this is actually really good. The mouth, I think, came out perfectly. The ship messed up a tinch, but it's pretty good. Everything else actually seems pretty good too. But, so he has zero power, 0 defense. I'm going to change that to 0 guard. So he's got like nothing. But his ability, plus 40, because I'm changing it to the 10s, plus 40 power and defense for the amount of cards you discarded from your own card effects. So it's actually pretty interesting. Because he's Arklor the Devourer, big worm, big meaty beef stick, because he's a big man, right? And he's the devourer. He's the devourer. So he devours your own cards. And if the devourer keeps on devouring your own cards, he gets stronger. And actually, he can get so strong. Arklor the Devourer. He can actually get so strong that, he's pretty much unkillable. He's pretty much unbeatable. I mean, I haven't tested this card. I haven't tested it yet. It might be game breaking. You think Lennox is good? Nah. Wait until you meet this beef stick, because this guy is beefy. Also, this is another card too. This is actually the Skeletal Scout Ship. Really good card too. Actually, this card is... That's actually kind of funny. I didn't even realize that. This card is actually going to be in the same deck as this, because this is a skeletal creature. I know it's kind of weird, but his ability just fits well with the skeletal cards. This ship allows you to bring 1 skeletal creature from your discard to your treasury, or to your hand. And that's actually really good, because he gains power by discarding cards from your own card effects. So this ship can bring them back. And it would still contribute to his ability, because it just says cards you discarded. It doesn't say cards in your discard, meaning that if you just do it, you're good. It doesn't have to stay there. So that's kind of funny. I didn't even realize that these two work perfectly together. And he destroyed his friend, or did he? Because he doesn't have the skeletal symbol. But besides that, he's a really powerful card. He's also only 3 gold, because you gotta sacrifice a bunch of stuff, which is a lot of loot, a lot of resources to be reckoned with. So, but besides that, this is a really nice card. I really like it a lot. So, Yeah, those are the two new ones. Sir L.R. Lennik and Arklor The Devourer. Definitely some big cards right here. Like, these are like the first cards I'm making. I mean, Giant Whisker Eel is strong. He's a good card too. But these two are really good. These are definitely going to be like top cards in the meta or whatever. When that's a thing. Now I'm going to show you some sketches. Holy, 20 minutes long. Didn't I say I remade this video because it was 20 minutes long? Look at me. So I'm going to go over these pretty quickly. Oh, actually, no. I was just going to do this. Captain Fuse. Looking pretty good. He's got a beard. Hat. He actually has a nose ring, but pencil kind of like gets rid of it. But he's a nice card nonetheless. This next one up here, as you can see. This is the Skeletal Captain. Really good card in the Skeletal deck. Also really good with the Skeletal Scout Ship. That's going to be a really good card. And if you know, the Skeletal Scout Ship is really good with these man right here. Big man. Does it look like he eats you? Yeah, it does. Then, right here, this is actually the sketch of Lennik. Now, I don't know if I actually like the sketched Lennik better than the official one. I kind of like the shape of his head of the sketched one better, but I'm kind of starting to like this one a little bit more. So honestly, I kind of like the official one a little bit more now, but the sketched Lennik does look really nice. This is actually the reason why I don't like the free draw, because if I try to draw something a second time, and the second time is going to be on a card, it looks worse. But this time, I think it is actually pretty good. Now, this next card, try to pronounce his name. I'll give you a few seconds. If you manage to read my handwriting, it is Yarig. And his full name is Yarig. Yarig, the Hex Flame Paladin. Yeah, so he's a pretty big guy. He's actually going to have some of the strongest stats in the game. He's probably going to have 100 power and 140 defense. The highest is 150. So he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Big man. He's also going to have a pretty good effect, too. That was all of them. We got a good sketch right here. And then these two. This card is, you gotta have a big squid. I'm talking the best cashier in Bikini Bottom, Kraken in the Myth. You gotta have it in a pirate game, right? What is this? What is this garbage? Wait, what? Oh, this is a pen, because I was, yeah. So, Kraken in the Myth. Literally, it's just a giant squid. The only thing that's different is these little lines on his eyes. Real creative. I might also make him, I might make the whole entire squid black. So it, like, looks really mysterious or whatever, but... That's the Kraken in the Myth. This is going to be in set 1. I think it's going to belong to the Coral Reef deck. Archetype. Because this one right here, this is the Magma Kraken. This belongs to the Volcanic archetype, which is in set 2. So we don't really need to worry about this guy. But this card is very powerful. But, yeah, here's Kraken in the Myth. So, that's got to do it for this video. It's pretty long. Comment if you guys like the longer videos. I mean, I think they're pretty okay. But this is also a big update video because I have Lennik to show you friends. We also have a big meaty boomstick or beef stick, whatever the heck I called it. And the new ships, which that's what the new ships look like. This is what the old ships look like. So, whew, a little bit of an improvement there. So, like, comment, subscribe to see more. That's going to do it for this video. And it's definitely coming along really nicely. Going to start working on more cards because now that the rules are pretty much done, the good stuff can start coming, so it's pretty good.